What is up, folks? Welcome back. So if you're running an agency, you know that client communication is super important to avoid any type of churn. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to generate automatic reports so you can really impress your client. And most importantly, I'm going to show you how you can implement this inside your agency. That being said, I'll see you on the other side. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to show you the final results of what we are trying to aim. So this is the type of mail we want to send at the end every single week for our clients. So something like really personalized for our clients, like depending on the type of agency you run, like the key metrics, amount of leads generated together. In my case, I run an email lead generation. So it's going to be email sent, reply, etc. So this is the type of format we want to run for all of our clients. So how can we get this result? The first thing basically you need to get sorted is understanding what are actually the KPIs your clients are looking for. For lead generation agency, doing cold email is pretty simple. I usually go for email sent, email replies, positive leads, and if you're tracking them, meetings booked. So depending on your agency, you want to basically understand all of this. So first of all, now once you understand what metrics you need to track, the thing is how to automate any of this. So the first part of building the automation is building the foundations. Like you need to build certain like database blocks that you can refer to later during your automations to always like have where are all of your clients' information, where are all of their like reference numbers, and then based on this you can do more specific things. So we are really like building the foundations at the beginning. So during your onboarding process, you need to add new clients to your master database. This is so important because, like I said before, you're going to use this afterwards. So in my case, I use Zapier for my onboarding automation. Each time I onboard a new client, I create an account for him on Smart Lead, and then his client ID is built in a Google Sheets, which is stored, and then I'm going to use this client ID all of the time after when I'm building certain type of automation. So this is the first step. So you onboard a new client and you store all of his information inside a Google Sheet. So client ID, first name, company name, all of the stuff you think you're going to use later on, it's always there. And then each time you're building an automation, you're always going to go look up in this master spreadsheet, use this person's client ID. And once you have this client ID, you can use his email address. So this is so important. If you don't have this, it's going to be very complicated for you to build like specific automations for all of your clients, and it's going to be harder to scale your automations later on. So now once you've got like your solid foundation, you've got all of your clients inside the Google Sheet. Second step is storing all of the campaigns details for all of your clients. So the thing is, each time you create a new campaign, you want to associate it to your client using the ID. So when a new campaign is created inside of a Smart Lead, then I simply add a new row inside my master clients sheet with basically the campaign ID and the client ID. So now I know like this client has like 4 campaigns. It's going to be very easy for me then to create the reporting. So just simple stuff, new client, look up his client ID and add a campaign for him. So this is the second block. So now you've got all of your clients inside Google Sheets, and you've got all of the campaigns associated for these clients inside of Google Sheets. Now the last thing you want to do is basically, depending on the time frequency you want, I do it every single week, enrich all of these campaign statistics so you can send them information. So every single week I've got this automation. It goes into the same Google Sheet where all of the campaigns are stored, and it creates enrichment using Smart Lead with all the latest information. So the ones I mentioned before, email sent, email reply, positive lead. So it looks up the spreadsheet with all of the campaigns ID for each row. So for each campaign, it gets all of these information. So you can see here, the make basically goes here. It looks campaign ID. Okay, based on this campaign ID, I can find it into Smart Lead, and then I'm going to enrich the numbers. So what are the total email sent? What are the total email replies? What are the total interested leads? And then it does the same process, but only for the last 7 days, which is going to create this time relevance inside your reporting, because you're not going to send every single week. Every single week, the total, it wouldn't make sense. You want to only like, depending on what you think is most important. I, in my case, like to mix with the most. And so yeah, for every single row, it's going to do this. So get all of the campaigns statistic. And then at the end, the last step is you want to send email. So basically for each, it's finding the Google Sheet with all of your, you've got one Google, you've got your master Google Sheet, and you've got one spreadsheet for all of your clients and one for all of your campaigns. So this is for your clients. And then at the end, so basically it's looking for each client number 11518, the row, and then it's going to look at all the statistic and it's going to send an email to him. And basically you can go on Google and put like a HTML template, whatever. You can put this into your automation software, so Make or Zapier. And then this is the same for all of your clients, and only the numbers where you're going to use the numbers which are arrays inside your automation. So for email sent, you're going to go back to the probably this step before, fetch top campaigns analytics, and then simply connect this inside your email. When you build automation, you can always use strings which were generated for automation in the past. So I know this is probably a bit complicated to follow up if you've never built automation in the past. It's probably not the easiest to build. Even myself, I'm not an automation expert. It probably took me 1 or 2 days really looking into it. So if you haven't built any automation in the past, I would recommend starting with simple stuff. Start with really simple onboarding process, only adding new clients to the master spreadsheet, etc. And then once you have this, you can start probably asking people on Upwork or Fiverr to build this for you. But yeah, take your time, because once it's done, it doesn't go away. So it's really interesting, and don't worry if you don't get it right the first time. Even myself, I keep remaking it better every single week or every single month. So that's it for this video. I know it's not a total plug and play, and you can implement this really simple, but it gives you some ideas of basically overall how it works. So basically, to make it to recap, you need so important to have this master spreadsheet for all of your clients with all of this information, and you need one other spreadsheet with all of your campaign ID. Use the Smart Lead API. It's really powerful. And yeah, that is it pretty much. So that being said, I'll see you in the next one.